So, family, here's what's really happening right now in Abuja. The case of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is getting more serious. The Federal High Court, under Justice James Omotosho, has given him until November 5th to defend himself in the terrorism case the federal government brought against him. The judge made it clear, if Kanu doesn't use this chance to defend himself, he may lose that right completely. And the court will move forward based on what the prosecution already presented. Please, guys, as we go on, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because this case is getting more intense and I'll keep giving you real updates as it unfolds. Now, what really led to this? For some time now, Kanu has been in a legal back and forth with the federal government over charges related to terrorism and incitement. The prosecution has already finished presenting their own case. They called witnesses, gave evidence, and closed their side. After that, it was now time for Kanu to open his defense, meaning he should bring his own witnesses or evidence to show why he's not guilty. But instead of doing that, Kanu told the court he will not open any defense because, according to him, the charges against him are not valid under the law. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're just joining in. We're breaking it all down in real time. Kanu has been arguing that the federal government is using laws that no longer exist to charge him, saying the laws they cited were already repealed. He also claimed that some of the alleged actions happened outside Nigeria, and so Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try him for those actions. For example, one of the main controversies has been how he was brought back from Kenya in 2021. He's still maintaining that it was not an official extradition, but what he calls an abduction. Because of all these arguments, Kanu has been focusing on filing motions and objections instead of presenting any witnesses. Now, the court is saying you have to decide, either defend or waive your right to do so. The judge even advised him to get a criminal lawyer who understands the legal process very well so he can guide him properly. The reason is that Kanu has been representing himself for a while after parting ways with his previous legal team. He said he doesn't trust how they were handling the case, but the court made it clear that this is not the time for the delays. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, because from what's happening now, things could turn very quickly after November 5th. Let's look at why this deadline matters so much. If Kanu doesn't open his defense on that day, the court could move ahead and deliver judgment based only on the prosecution's evidence. That's a very big risk because it means Kanu won't have any chance again to tell his side of the story officially. It's like walking into a football match and refusing to play while the other team has already scored goals. You can imagine how that might end. So the deadline of November 5th is not just another date. It's like a final call. Now, the judge's tone this time was quite firm. Justice Omotosho said he's given Kanu enough time and chances to present his case, but the court cannot continue to wait. The legal system moves by procedure, and justice delayed for too long can become justice denied. That's the court's concern right now, that the case must not drag endlessly. Remember to click that like button and subscribe, because I'll be breaking down what could happen next depending on what Kanu decides to do. Let's talk about how Kanu got here. His trial has gone through different judges over the years, and several times the court had to start fresh because of new judges being assigned. The federal government accused him of using his platform to promote actions that could threaten national security. While Kanu's supporters insist he's just speaking for the rights of the Igbo people and calling for self-determination. This has made his case one of the most sensitive in Nigeria's recent history. People from both sides are watching every move the court makes. So this deadline is more than just legal. It's political and emotional for millions. Again, make sure you like and subscribe so we can keep discussing this story together. Kanu, in his latest court filings, is also saying that the federal government should release him immediately because the charges have no legal basis. He claims that some of the sections of law used against him have already been repealed and therefore can't stand in court. He's asking the judge to strike out all the charges and free him. But the judge has not accepted that yet. Instead, The court insists that Kanu must first go through the normal trial process before any final decision is made. The law says you must be given a chance to defend yourself. But if you refuse to use that chance, the court can still go ahead and decide the case. That's exactly what's on the line right now. This situation is also raising tension among his supporters. Many of them believe Kanu is not getting fair treatment, while others are saying he should cooperate with the legal process and defend himself properly. Even though the court is sitting in Abuja, his case continues to affect the peace and emotions in the southeast region. Security agencies are on alert because sometimes his court sessions have attracted protests and large gatherings outside the court premises. You can see how deep this issue goes, legally, politically, and socially. Remember to like and subscribe if you're finding this breakdown helpful, because after the next court sitting, we'll be going live again to talk about what happens next. Now, if we look closely, there are three possible directions this could go. The first is that Kanu agrees to open his defense on November 5th, maybe with a lawyer or even by himself. That way, he'll be able to present witnesses, maybe even call experts to testify, and bring any documents he thinks can help his case. The second possibility is that he refuses again, insisting that the charges are not valid. If that happens, the court could close his chance to defend and go straight to judgment. The third possibility is that something unexpected happens. Maybe another motion or appeal is filed to delay the process again. But the judge seems determined not to allow further delays this time. Whatever happens, this is a turning point in a very long legal battle. It's not just about one man, it's about how justice is seen in Nigeria. Will the court show firmness and fairness at the same time? Will Kanu use his last opportunity to defend himself? These are the questions that everyone is waiting to see answered on November 5th. Guys, don't forget, please like this video and subscribe so that when this story continues, you'll get notified immediately, because the next few days are very important. Now, beyond the courtroom, this case is also about public trust in the system. A lot of people believe the judiciary is being tested again. Can justice be delivered without fear or favor? Will the court's final decision bring peace or more division? These are the big national questions hanging over this trial. Some legal experts are saying that even if Kanu decides not to defend himself, the court still has a duty to make sure the verdict is fair and based on real evidence. That's the essence of justice. Not just speed, but fairness. Please, if you're following this story and want more of this kind of balanced update, like this video now and subscribe, because I'll be bringing you deeper analysis as we move closer to Judgment Day. Also, there's another side to this. Some observers are warning that if this case ends without Kanu defending himself, it could raise issues later on appeal. Because if the appeal court believes he didn't get a fair chance, it might cause another long round of legal battles. That's why this moment is so crucial. The judge is basically telling Kanu, use this chance now, don't throw it away. It's like a teacher giving you a final reminder before the exam ends. Everyone's eyes are on November 5th. If we think about it more broadly, this case is part of a much bigger story about how Nigeria handles dissent and unity. The government wants to show that no one is above the law, while many citizens want to see that the law itself is not used unfairly. That balance is what makes democracy strong. So, how this case ends will tell us a lot about where Nigeria stands on justice, rights, and national unity. Guys, again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because we're following not just the courtroom gist, but the meaning behind it. Now, as of now, the prosecution has closed its case with confidence, saying they have enough evidence. Kanu, on the other hand, believes the process is flawed from the start. So this November 5th deadline could be the moment everything changes. If he speaks, the story continues. If he stays silent, the court might move on without him. Either way, history is about to be made in that courtroom. Please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Your support helps this channel keep giving you accurate and simple updates that everyone can understand. At this point, the question we should all be asking is, what will Nnamdi Kanu do? Will he finally open his defense and face the charges head-on? Or will he stand his ground and refuse to participate in what he sees as an unfair process? Either way, whatever happens on November 5th will shape not just his future, but also how people see Nigeria's justice system moving forward.